the Xbox developer _direct returns on January 23rd. I'm reading from Xbox Wire, which I believe was written by the one and only Joe Scrapples. It's time to get a look at what's next. Developer _direct is back. On Thursday, January 23rd at 10 a.m. Pacific, fans will get an inside look at a selection of highly anticipated games coming to Xbox Series X, S, PC, and Game Pass players this year. Presented by the game creators themselves, Developer Direct offers an in-depth look at upcoming titles, how they'll be created, how they're being created, and who's creating them. We'll visit Compulsion Games in Montreal, Canada, to learn more about South of Midnight. We'll head to France to see Sandfall Interactive and take a look at Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Stop by the legendary id Studios in Richardson, Texas to check in on Doom the Dark Ages and visit a surprise visit a surprise location to see another studio's brand new game. Ooh. If we're talking about Xbox, we're throwing up the green and we're inviting in the one, the only, Snowbike Mike.
Big Mike, hello.
Oh, you got a stick mic for me? That's so nice. Stella, let's talk a little Xbox, you and I, because of course you were a prominent member on the IGN Unlocked podcast, which I love so much. And I loved hearing your voice on it. So let's talk all things Xbox. Sure. Let's also highlight the big one here. Games coming to Xbox and Game Pass this year from another studio with a brand new game. What does that mean, Greg?
Super Chat,
what does that mean,
What is the studio? What is the game?
I'm
Super
so
Chats.
deep right now in it, chat. I've been going through my notes. I've been going through all the studios I know about.
Notes.
I know.
This is
I got pages front to back. I'm losing my mind.
Do you want me to get you a chair? I'll get you a chair. You got the notes?
Sure, we can talk about it.
No. You sit.
No, I like sitting here. We'll get a third chair. Stella.
Wait, Greg, you just want to sit on my lap?
Let's talk about it, Stella. Of course, I check out the internet and I say, what does the internet say? Where do they want to go? And the internet is screaming the Oblivion remake, which you guys all talked about yesterday on the podcast. Is that an option? It seems like the internet wants that one the most.
Maybe, but isn't that studio busy working on something else? Or have we not heard from them in a minute?
Virtuous?
Yeah.
They're doing the Metal Gear 1, the Delta remake.
Right.
Yeah. But I still think that's the rumor. I believe it.
You think so?
I believe. I mean, especially if Delta's almost done. That's a 2025 year game, right?
Oh, sure.
Theoretically.
No, but
please.
Would the Oblivion remake be a this year game?
No.
Oh,
that's my problem when I'm going to the spider web.
But you know
right?
how this is. This
I know.
is the thing where they say that they don't have to do that. They don't have to do that.
Odd that we see no Outer Worlds 2. Right, I get that we have Avowed right around the corner, but you promoted Outer Worlds 2 to be here.
Yeah.
But then, like, anything can shift. It's the games industry. I get it.
So here, let's just
Outer Worlds 2.
I mean, I think it's weird that there's no. You say Outer Worlds 2. I think it's weird there's no Avowed. I think this is like the last. Are they going to do another Avowed Direct before then? No, that's not their style. So I would have thought you would have tacked on at least and maybe it could still happen.
Yeah.
Of like, this is what they're saying, and again. People say all sorts of stuff in the lead up to a direct to showcase whatever. Sure. You can say, but I would definitely think you do so much here, just like influence as we've seen so much about. I get it, but at least hey, and don't forget, here we are, and this is that, and then maybe toss a teaser for outer. But I mean, I think it's weird that like your last big thing, you're not saying something there to remind people. I digress.
Sure. I mean, do you think it's just because they feel like we've seen a lot of it and they don't want to fatigue people?
Probably. Yeah, I mean, you figure there's going to be a huge marketing campaign. It's pretty much this will wrap up, and then you'll do a whole run up throughout February leading up to Avowed's launch.
Agreed on that.
Yeah.
I continue down my list. Right now, I go back into the Xbox library and I start looking at teams that we've heard from that might be on the fringe of a studio's brand new game. What's a brand new game, Stella? A game I've already seen or a game I've never seen?
Yeah, right? Like, is it brand new IP?
Where do we go on that?
They didn't say new IP, though, so maybe...
So let's go over some teams I've seen, right? Some games I've seen. Coalition with Gears E-Day. Now, I know Xbox loves now to start showing you the now, the future, and the far future. So Gears E-Day might be the far future, might be the future, but they did show it to me. So it's on my list. I don't know if it's here, but I'll tell you what, you put Gears E-Day in this, it's going to pop off. I mean, we're all going to lose our minds if that happened in there. I put that one, red line, that one's out.
Okay.
Chad is saying Aaron Greenberg has said it's unannounced.
Unannounced.
I'm looking.
Okay. Then I kick off In Exile with Clockwork Revolution. That was going to be my maybe. We've seen Clockwork before. That looks like BioShock.
Yes, that's right.
But it's not BioShock. Yes, I like that one a lot.
But that
I like
was
that
announced.
team. Exactly. So
Yeah.
now I go to unannounced projects.
Yeah,
And when
okay.
I go there,
Wagerman said, what could be behind that question mark? Aaron Greenberg says, a surprised, unannounced game we hope you'll enjoy along with the rest of the show.
then there's one team that I haven't heard from in a while.
DF.
Double Fine. What is up with Double Fine? What are they making? We all loved Psychonauts 2. Now it's time to get that true Xbox game under their belt. This is all fully funded. Let's go.
And so
What is it?
let's just pretend. I love this
Tell
sweater.
me,
You
tell
feel
me.
the sweater?
I
Stella, feel him. Oh, feel it. Yeah.
It's a medium.
Okay.
I'm an extra large. Kid checked me when I bought it.
Let's just play.
He was like, this is a medium. I was like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
It's my inspirational wear. No. So let's just run with it and say Xbox not a bunch of liars.
Okay.
Highly anticipated games coming to all this stuff
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah.
I think if you're saying this year and you're talking about these games, you would slide in something small. And I think that's where Double Fine would fit
Oh.
in. And I'm not saying
Okay.
like, whatever, but I'm saying not a huge game, something like a stacking, something like a costume quest, something that is a smaller thing that they're turning and burning. And here we go. We gestated forever on Psychonauts. Here's something we're putting out to get, our feet in the Xbox ecosystem.
Banjo-Kazooie.
From Double Fine.
The people want it.
Yeah.
The people
We do want
call
it.
for it. You've just activated Paris somewhere.
He's in the chat.
Out in the world.
Is
You
he?
have
Yeah.
activated him.
Hi, Paris.
Yeah,
Paris,
it's
Discord in.
interesting.
What are you doing? XCast reunion.
It's interesting because
Somebody wake
Double
up
Fine
Gary.
is my only Xbox studio that I don't know about, right? Like Ninja Theory, we just had Hellblade 2, so they're off the list. Mojang, right? They're making Minecraft, unless they make another Minecraft spinoff with another studio, which they have done. I don't think they're on my list right now. Rare with Everwild, we've technically seen Everwild, so does it fall into that bucket? Turn Ted
He's
just
in
did
Discord.
Forza.
I'm
He's
telling
in
Kev.
Discord. He's going to turn it on. Undead Labs did State of Decay 3. So, like, those
God,
are
I
your
want
proper
it.
Xbox
Yeah, I know.
But
ones.
announced. Aaron Greenberg out here giving you the fucking.
Bethesda
announced.
Studios, right? Like, what the big team at BGS is doing with Elder Scrolls 6. So we kind of wait on that. Doom the Dark Ages. ZeniMax Online is supposedly doing something other than just ESO. So that could be something there.
Okay.
Something to keep
Okay.
your
Okay.
eye on that one. Arcade is
rumors
doing
on what it
Blade.
is?
Not that I know of, no. Machine Games is doing indie DLC, so that crosses off all my Bethesda stuff. Now we get into Blizzard Activision. Not the strongest
Oh,
with them.
sure,
They're
sure,
new.
yeah.
I don't know what their studios really break down into, but I would say this. There's been a big push for COD to go every 2 years. There's been a big push of,
Right.
hey, there's some great studios there. What if we let them make their own IP? What if?
The chat saying that the ZeniMax game is Starfield Online was the rumor?
What?
That's why I don't know anything about I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Can you imagine?
I don't know about that.
Starfield Online. Greg Miller, day one, sitting there in a Starfield jacket. Nobody else fucking playing this thing.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that one.
This episode is brought to you by Rocket Money. You sign up for something, forget about it after the trial period ends, and then you're charged month after month after month. The subscriptions are there, but you're not using them. In fact, 85% of people have at least one paid subscription going unused each month. Thanks to Rocket Money, you can see all of your subscriptions in one place and cancel the ones you're not using anymore and save more money. Rocket Money has helped multiple members of Kinda Funny learn they were still paying for things that they totally didn't even realize. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions. It monitors your spending and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all of the app's premium features. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/kindafunny today. That's rocketmoney.com/kindafunny. rocketmoney.com/kindafunny.
And
Kev,
so,
how are we doing on Paris?
I think he's just waiting for you to pause.
okay,
Oh.
well,
Just bring him in. I was waiting for him just to get dragged
Paris,
in.
Yeah.
please
Oh, he's-
talk
he's
over
in
me.
here.
Let me know what you got,
Yeah,
Paris.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Yep.
can hear you, buddy.
Yeah.
So I'm literally driving back from CES right
Oh
now,
my
and I'm charging my car. So
Nice.
that's why I'm talking to you.
Love it.
Yeah, I mean, as far as the developer direct goes, I just think, yeah, you kind of said it already, Greg. It's probably AA level, hi-fi rush type game, you know, that they can put out. Probably not a stealth launch like it's going to be out with the dev direct, but comes out, you know, later this year. So I think his lineup looks solid, but I do think what you're saying before about the Outer Worlds 2 not being here, that did give me a little pause, especially since I drafted it. but I'm assuming it's still coming out this year. And then obviously Fable, they would probably hold that until the June showcase.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And that's the thing when you get. That's why again I'm thinking something smaller. You
Of
got
course.
the big stuff, the big beats. You're gonna put them over there.
Yeah, you can play the game now if you can announce anything right now and then save everything for June, because that is the big blowout. That's the big second half of the year. But, we are tracking the year here, and you're only showing Doom Dark Ages and South of Midnight, right? So it's like, all right, well, what's the rest of the year really look like? Let's start throwing some darts on the board and getting us ready, because the last two, we've had 5 games announced, right? So where are we at with this one? We have
4. Well, 4 announced.
3 ready, but yeah, 4th is going to be the surprise. Will they do a super surprise 5? I don't know on that one. But then I also, Paris and Stella, I go to Project Dragon from IO Interactive.
Sure.
They are currently making James Bond, but we did hear there is something cooking over on the Xbox side for that. Is this the time? I don't think so. Is it this time to finally see Final Fantasy VII come to Xbox on console? It's probably an E3 thing, but still, Greg, kick off the year with some hype.
That'd be a surprise location. That would be a surprise
Visions
location.
of Mana. We've had other teams come in and show their stuff. That would be fantastic. Oblivion Remake and Silk Song are on my list of where we are.
Oh my God, dude.
What
Yeah.
about the game that Avalanche is working on? I'm blanking on the name now.
Contraband.
Contraband,
Right.
yes.
Yeah, these are all. I don't. The wording is awkward. The things of like we've never seen it before. We've seen Contraband, but we haven't actually seen Contraband.
And
So where does that
unannounced?
fall? It's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I mean,
times.
yeah,
It is.
Aaron Greenberg was pretty specific. It was unannounced. So this is
Yeah.
something we've not heard of before. That's why I'm thinking it's probably a smaller AA game that maybe one of the Bethesda studios is working on or something like that, or an Activision studio.
Double Fine.
And then
Take it
they
to the
could
bank.
I would love that, but I would imagine Tim Schafer gets more shine than just, surprise game in the Dev Direct. I see that as the June showcase announcement.
Interesting.
Yeah, but a great way to peel back the curtain and take us into
Remember,
Double
these
Fine.
devs are talking,
and they're fun.
And Tim
yeah.
and Double Fine are so good at that. You do the thing with the logo and the pan, and
I
Tim's
agree.
like, "Ugh,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
eating pudding. I don't know why, but that's his bit this time.
I
Here's
love
my game.
that.
It's pudding creatures.
That's what I got.
Okay.
Stella, any surprises that I did not go over from that?
No, it's my brain is blanking on it's the unannounced
Unannounced
thing
part.
that's
Yeah, of
getting
course.
me, right? Because I'm like, oh yeah, someone mentioned we haven't seen Perfect Dark. We haven't seen any updates on that, but announced.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's not
Maybe they changed the title though. There, that's how they get you. I got
Maybe.
some stuff from the chat if you'd like. Frog Knight super chats on youtube.com/kindafunnygames. Just like you can to be part of the show and says, Scalebound is back.
Scalebound.
Oh my god.
I love that we still hold on to that as a
Never
community.
forget.
Still count as announced though? Because
No,
it
it's a
was-
brand new one. It's all different. He's not wearing
okay.
headphones now. Foxy Steve says Killer Instinct.
Yeah, I thought of KI. Who is making that though?
Yeah.
Of course, we do know the team originally.
Galaxy.
Iron Galaxy is
Yeah.
now kind of free out there, and they're making stuff. So maybe how fast is that turnaround time? I don't know fighting
maybe
games
they're
that
working
well,
on it.
but
Maybe they're working on
just
it,
to
you know?
announce it would be special. I like that.
Then you got Colin Berry saying 1v100 is the secret game. Can you
Oh,
imagine? Everybody wants it back.
Everybody wants
Bring
that.
it back.
We want that back.
What is up? Alex Frazier, of course, saying it's a game from Rare. Banjo, please. Paris, I know you'd lose your mind. He's already lost his mind.
Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can.
Okay. No, I have learned my lesson. I will never get hyped for Banjo-Kazooie again until it actually happens.
I'll believe
Fair,
that when I
that's
see
fair.
that. I'll believe that when I see it. Overly Jammy says, "Do you think it's a quote unquote and it's out now like Hi-Fi Rush?"
It's possible, right?
Yeah,
But it's a developer direct though.
yeah.
So
But they're still making a big deal about it. I mean, and these are
Yeah.
cool showcases. I love the developer.
Oh, I
directs.
love them. I think
Yeah.
it's great.
Great.
Because it's that whole communication, right? Transparency. I love that.
Is that how it went? Was Hi-Fi Rush a developer direct that then they were?
Yes.
Okay. No, yeah.
We also they do have a problem at the beginning of the year releasing games, so we have a Avowed around the corner. So
Let's
I don't
go!
know, but over the past couple of years, me and Paris, we've talked about it a lot on Xcast. Of they've had an issue the first 6 months of the year releasing games and giving gamers that kind of boost there at the beginning. It's always in the fall. It's always right at the end of the year to make it feel like it was a good year, but then you forget we went 3 to 6 months of absolutely no first party exclusive titles there. So it'd be a big win.
Michael writes in and says, Double Fine could be making Kiln. It's been rumored that they would make a full version of their Amnesia Fortnite Jam game, maybe a surprise drop.
Oh,
Now we're starting to
Talk
speak to
about
my
it with
heart
me.
that it is Double Fine and it's a surprise drop and we're just out the door. I would adore that. I would love that.
Okay, I
I'd
like
be all
that.
about
Okay.
that. On the other side, though, whatever Wavy says, I'm a platform psycho, so I need Psychonauts 3, which I don't think is what it's going to be.
Yeah, I
do
don't know
not
about
think
that,
you're
but
giving
that would be
yeah.
sick. That would be sick.
Side of Fry says, this one's for Barrett. Persona 6, not a chance.
Atlas teaming up?
At a
Giving him a
developer
call,
direct.
saying, hey, come on by?
At a developer direct? No.
Yeah.
They've done well with the last one, with Visions of Mana, right? Like,
Yeah.
they've done well of, like, teaming up with other studios that are outside of our box and going, hey, you know, we know these guys. They're making great games. They're bringing some titles over here. It would be cool, but, yeah, that's kind of super high, but it would be awesome to go behind the scenes over there.
Irk, the imp, says, a new Obsidian Passion project, ? They always surprise us.
No.
Fucking pump your
they already
brakes.
have enough.
Finish Avowed. Get done with Outer Worlds 2
Yeah,
for a
yeah.
little bit. Get into it. That's coming out this year. Then you got another passion project? No. Too much.
That would be dope, though.
That would be cool. But
like
too
a-
much. We can't have all this stuff happening over there. And our final super chat for right now comes from Carnell Williams, who says, Everwild. They changed the name.
They changed the name. It's great.
We got a surprise for you. It's this game. It's not what you think it is.
Yeah,
Change the name. It's Wild of Evers now.
If we're gonna go with the internet, the Oblivion remake is exciting
Yeah.
to me.
Oh,
As a
yeah.
kid who grew
Oh,
up with
yeah.
Morrowind and Oblivion, like I'm all
You were
about
trying to
that.
yesterday in the whole Games Daily conversation. You just slacked me the devil horns. Play Oblivion.
Exactly. These jabronis trying to get you away from Oblivion. I'm over here like, you should play that game. It's a great game.
Yeah.
Shut down
I
the
haven't played
gates.
it yet either. So
Oh,
I
it's a
know.
fantastic one. And so
Okay.
if the remake is real, I would love to see that one. That gets me pumped up for this, but another good one, right?
Yeah.
Year 3 of doing the developer_direct. We've had a lot of fun with them. They've done a really good job at spotlighting the studios, going behind the scenes, letting us see the faces of the incredible human beings who make the games we love. So I'm glad that they're doing another one, right? I think they
Yeah.
found a good cadence with this into June, into, of course, Tokyo Game Show and the Game Awards, right? If they can keep that kind of presence up, showing the games, they have a lot to offer here with all the studios that they now own. Of course, we always can say the fun, let the dominoes fall when it happens,
Hit them
Paris.
dominoes.
But, you know, it's still, they have a lot of games, a lot of great developers under their umbrella. Hopefully they can pay those developers what they deserve.
Yep.
No more layoffs, and we can have great games over on the
You're
platform.
asking a lot, man.
I'm
You're asking
reaching
a
for the
lot.
stars. I love you all.
We love you, Mike. Thank
Have
you
some
very
fun,
much.
everybody.